slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help, I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I wake up every minute with a fever dreams. I push my mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's you lost. See, I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. Till until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see matter of fact. I'm my own worst enemy, only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed, and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind, you know I'll always manifest it.
What up? What up? What up? What you guys doing? Thank God it's Friday. Miranda, Avery, hey girl, Pecan. Texas, Tiffany, no why I hang guys. Hallie, what's up? Literally Davis fam, hi. Thanks God it's F it. I didn't know if that worked, Jen. I got a super chat. I didn't know if that worked. I'm trying to get the members because I didn't want super chats. I'm trying to just get members, but it wouldn't let me do it without doing super chats. So thank you, Jen. I appreciate that. You're the best. You my first super chat. You're my first super chat, boo. Avery, I had no idea you even had a channel, girl. So when I seen you the other day, I subbed up and now you're on my feed. If I catch you, I'm going to come in because that was good. You had a good live. Literally, hey, girl, hey, $5 in the house. Make you holla, honey, boo-boo, child. Yay! Make you holler. Thank you. Thank y'all. Y'all really don't have to do that though. Yeah. Oh, I just wanted to get on the algorithm. Y'all do not have to send me super chats. But I knew me and B Tim talked about this, and he was like, "You, hey, taxi slut." He was like, "You definitely need to monetize so that you can be put on the algorithm." And so here I am. No, Jen. No, 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 no. Don't do no, 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 no. Thank you, Davis fam. Thank you, baby. You my second super chat. I'm gonna have to come up with some kind of song or something. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Look, my Frenchie just brought himself in. What are you guys doing today? Y'all having a good Friday? Can y'all hear me too? Okay. Am I too loud? Too quiet? Well, I did my bun for B Temp today. If he shows up. No wire hangers. You stop it. Y'all stop. No, for real. I don't want to. I don't want no money. I don't want no money. Oh, thank you, no wire hangers. You the best, boo. Y'all are so sweet. Avery said it's Friday. Look, Avery, this morning, because my mom usually takes my kid to school every morning, and because it's on her way to work, and she doesn't work on Fridays. I thought today was Thursday this morning, so I'm sitting in the bed just chilling, watching Saved by the Bell, and my kid's just standing at the foot of my bed. I'm like, what the fuck are you standing here for? I'll tell you when your gammy calls and says she's on her way. And she lives right down the road from me. Y'all, he was like, I don't know what you're waiting for. And I said, what am I waiting for? I ain't waiting for shit. He said, it's Friday, boo. Bathrobe on, out the door. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all are so sweet, but y'all really don't have to do that. You got mushroom gardens, Sticky? Look, I wanted to go over, let me open my email. I wanted to go over the latest on Tyre because I feel like, okay, y'all was angry for all of 2 days. What's going on? Like, I even look, I went to the Reddit group for Tyre. There was only 1.7 thousand people in that group. Usually, when it's a big case, there's like, you know, teens and up. But no, literally 1.7. I was like, that is disappointing. Monique in the house. $10. Girl. Congratulations. You're beautiful, funny, and smart lady. Thank you. I love you guys. Y'all are so supportive. I love you, Pecan. It's Friday, boo. That's what he told me. He literally called me boo. I was like, oh, knock y'all. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, hold on. Did I miss something? Sticky. Pecan. Are y'all talking? Y'all got mushrooms? Y'all be growing them mushrooms? Pecan Pie, are you a moderator? I can't see. I'd have to go to my YouTube. Hold on. Oh, Perplexed is live. I didn't know. Sorry. If y'all watch both of us, I'm sorry. I hate putting people in positions like that because that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not showing up on my live. Hold on. There it is. Okay. Oh yeah, you are a moderator. Okay. Okay, Pegan. I was just it don't show up on my computer for some reason. God, y'all, I'm so blessed. I do not do this for money. I do this for awareness. I'm just a stay-at-home mom. Now, I was a recently stay-at-home mom because I used to drive a school bus. And I drove a school bus for 4 years. And before that, I was an EMT. But that life, I wasn't about that life. So then I got the job driving the school bus. And now I'm a stay-at-home mom. And it's because arrangements for my son getting from school would they were complicated. He used to ride the bus to my dad's house. My dad would get him. Well, my dad took on, he was a retired deputy. He is a retired deputy. Well, he came out of retirement just because he was bored. And he started working. So now I don't send my son there because there's nobody there to get him off the bus. So here I am. So I'm literally just a stay-at-home mom who's seen, like, I was watching YouTube and I was like, the fuck is going on this platform? Like, what is going on? It's appalling. Make sure my door's shut. What is going on? Oh, I shit myself. Hi. Nice name. I'm trying to figure out what kind of mushrooms y'all are growing. Are y'all growing magic mushrooms or edible mushrooms? Which, I mean, even magic mushrooms are edible, but I'm trying to figure out what kind we're growing here. Oh, all gourmet eating ones. I didn't see that. I'm sorry. Damn. Big. I shit myself. Yeah. I'm trying to cut back on smoking because it's been a struggle lately. So I'm sorry if I cough in your ear. It's just because I don't have time to mute. All right, let's look. I got a few articles I wanted to look at. Morbid reality. I haven't even heard of him in a minute. These cooking mushrooms, girl. Cooking mushrooms. Uh, so Tyre Nichols was the oh shit. Why is it not? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Why did it do that? It's trying to it's trying to make me get a subscription, but it didn't make me do that last night on my phone. Damn it. Okay, well let's try one of these other ones. Hey mama. Oh, he took his channel down? Yes. Okay, so look. Oh god. Yes, you're exactly right. I don't understand why it's not let me. That's not. Man, that New York Times article was a good article. I might bite the bullet and fucking subscribe to it. It looks like they're going to make me. Screw it. Continue with Google. We're doing it because I'll unsubscribe tonight. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay. It let me stay on here. Okay. Cool, guys. Cool. Yes, Tyre Nichols was beaten to death by the Scorpion unit with Memphis PD. Where is all the extra? I did, Queen. I did. I don't know. I didn't know if it was working, but I get Jen was my first super chat. And I was like, I totally forgot because I didn't know how to tell if it was going to work or not. I want memberships. I don't want super chats. I want memberships, but they won't let me get memberships without super chats, and I don't understand why. Oh, really, Pecan? Nice. So, because we don't know 100%, you roll your own cartons of what? Cigarettes, Grain? Hey, Sir Smoke a Lot. I shit myself. I believe Tyree's family said that was not true. At least that is what the stepfather said last week. Well, what had happened was there was a document that, they documents were released and then taken back, like gotten rid of. But some people caught screenshots of it and shit before it was taken down. But that's one of them, I don't know. I don't know if I can trust you kind of situations. You know what I'm saying? Because I tend to trust specifics coming from law enforcement more. And I know that's crazy because I know they lie too. But you got to wait for good sources, and that's hard to do. Hey, True Texan. So let's see. All of this, I'm going to say it like this. All of this is allegedly. What happened is this report was released by the government, the accident report, right? And then it was removed, but people still had it because they saved that shit immediately, right? So then you got articles like the New York Times, and they're all coming out with specifics from the supposed what you call it? What is it? I took a gummy, y'all. The supposed accident report. That's right. And we're gonna look at it because I'm not spreading rumors. I'm letting you know this could possibly be true. It could possibly be false. I mean, it just is what it is. We don't know, but nobody's paying enough attention to Tyre Nichols. That's it. That's just the facts, in my opinion. Oh, Grain. Grain, thank you. Y'all are so sweet. Y'all don't have to do that. I just wanted to get on the algorithm. Y'all really don't have to do that. I know I'm going to say that 100 times because I don't do it for monetization. I do it just for awareness and because I ain't got nothing else to do. Sometimes it is hard work, but it's worth it. Thank you, Grain. Yes, congrats, Queen Bee, for 10K. Can't stop her now. Thank you. I shit myself. I can't. Okay, hold on. I feel like there should be so much more out here about Tyree's situation. Y'all got mad for what? All of 2 fucking days? I know I said that earlier, but it's like, what? Let me mute so I don't uh fuzzy the mic. Thank you. I just don't like people being taken advantage of. It's so sad. Still mad and praying. That's right, man. Like, what's going on? Thank you, baby.
Sorry.
I'm about to read this article and I get parched. I love you. Yes, I'm trying to cut down my smoking. Y'all don't let me smoke another one for at least. Oh no, I hadn't even finished. Look, that's good. I hadn't even finished my first one. Look. Look. You know what? What they do, what these tragedy pimps do, is just as bad as scammers calling in to elderly people and taking all their fucking money. Hello? Y'all are doing the same thing. I think people should I think people should be upset. I'm saying there's not enough attention on it. All right, so let's read this. Excuse me. Memphis officer takes a photo of Tyre Nichols after beating. New documents show. So it's referring to the documents that have been gotten rid of. The revelation came in Memphis police documents related to the firing of 5 officers who have been charged with murder in Mr. Nicholas's death. It was more than one document released, though. It was like the accident report and then the documents about the officers being fired and the lies they told and all that. I ain't got that one. I wish I could find it. As Tyre Nichols sat propped, as Tyre Nichols sat propped against a police car, bloodied, dazed, and handcuffed after being beaten by a group of Memphis police officers, one of those officers took a picture of him and sent it to at least 5 people. The Memphis Police Department said in documents released by the state on Tuesday. The documents painted a picture of repeated misconduct by the officers, starting in the first moments after Mr. Nichols was pulled over for a traffic stop, through an arrest carried out with excessive force and continuing on through the many minutes when Mr. Nichols lay on the street in dire need of medical help. Sending the photograph to acquaintances, including at least one outside of the police department, violated policies about keeping information confidential, according to the documents. But police officials said it was also part of a pattern of mocking, abusive, and blatantly unprofessional behavior by the officers that also included shouting profanities at Mr. Nichols, laughing after the beating, and bragging about their involvement. What y'all think about that so far? Hey, Tammy Lou. Taxi slut. I'm going on probably 20 years. It really did. It really did, Pecan. Every last one of them, Christy A. Every last one of them. What are y'all fucking thinking? You got to be fucking filled with the devil. Anyways, The revelations came in internal affairs documents. So it was internal affairs documents that the Memphis Police Department sent to a state agency, in which the department asked for the 5 officers who have been charged with second-degree murder in Mr. Nichols' death to be decertified, meaning they could no longer work as police officers anywhere in the state. Put them under the fucking jail. Sorry. In the documents, police all right, I'm putting my cigarette out. Y'all don't let me smoke for at least another 30 minutes. That's going to be hard. In the documents, police officials described how the officers worked together as they severely beat Mr. Nichols, appeared to relish the assault afterward, and then made a series of omissions and false claims in their reports about what happened. That's one of those reports I have. It's an accident report. And the victim is not Tyre Nichols. It was one of the officers listed on that report. So we're going to get to that. Demetrius Haley, the officer who sent the photographs and who forced Mr. Nichols out of his car, also never told Mr. Nichols why he had been stopped or what he was, or that he was under arrest. After Mr. Nichols ran away from the officers, several of them caught up with him a few minutes later and unleashed a series of punches and kicks while he was being restrained. And when one officer met with Mr. Nichols's mother afterwards, the officer refused to provide an accurate account of what had happened, the police official said. Oh, hold on. Let's see what this is. This is, read the, why is it in that? Let's see. No. Oh, man. I've reached my limit. Jeez. Go figure. Despite policies requiring officers to activate, we'll go back to that. Despite policies requiring officers to activate their body cameras during all law enforcement encounters and activities, none of the officers' body cameras captured the entire incident, according to the documents. One of the officers, Emmett Martin III, this is the victim on the accident report against Tyre that I have. Emmett Martin, at one point, put his body camera in his car. In reports after the January 7th assault, at least 2 of the officers said that Mr. Nichols had tried to grab an officer's gun, a claim for which there is no evidence, according to the documents, while leaving out details of the beatings. All 5 of the officers were fired by the police department, as was a 6th who had fired a taser at Mr. Nichols as he ran away. City officials said on Tuesday that 7 more police officers were being investigated for possible policy violations in connection with the beating of Mr. Nichols, who died 3 days after the assault. So right here it shows the Scorpion unit, the specialized street crime unit, one of several. Bleh, it's been dismantled. Yes, texted it to at least 5 people, one of them not being in the police department. We're still adding names to the list, Sarah Lynn Davis, the city's police chief, said at a city council hearing on Tuesday, in which council members sought accountability from police and emergency management officials. In the newly released documents, police officials said that Mr. Haley had admitted to sending a photograph of Mr. Nichols to at least 5 people, including 2 fellow officers, a civilian employee of the department, and a female acquaintance. A sixth person also received the photo, the records state. Well, why aren't you saying who that 6th person is? Mr. Haley's lawyer, Michael Stengel, declined to comment, and lawyers for the 4 other officers did not respond to messages seeking comment late Tuesday. The state agency, the Tennessee Peace Officer Standards and Training Commission, received the decertification request on January 25th. A hearing has not yet been scheduled. Videos of the beating that were released by the city last month appear to show Mr. Haley taking pictures of Mr. Nichols a few minutes after the beating when the officers had propped him up against the car. The video showed Mr. Haley shining a flashlight on Mr. Nichols and appearing to take a photograph with his phone. He then looks briefly at his phone and a few seconds later appears to take another picture. Memphis Police Department policy prohibits officers from using personal cell phones while performing patrol duties. Hey, hippie. Hey, Steph. Yeah, the Scorpion unit is more like a gang hiding behind a badge. It makes me sick what they did to Tyre. Same. Same. We just started being bio girl. You good. My only thing is, if anyone witnessed this, why didn't they call to let them know what they were witnessing? I will say this, if it was in my area, you best believe my mouth would be running and calling. I agree, but we don't know that there's any witnesses. Are you talking about the witnesses that he sent the pictures to? Hey, Cambry. Yeah. Is that who you're talking about? Is that who you're considering a witness? I guess they would be a witness. Or are you talking about people that might have been driving down the street? No, the residents that lived over there, apparently nobody's seen it, but there was, and we'll get to that, there was supposedly a claim that they had done this to somebody 3 days prior to doing it to Tyre. Thankfully, that guy, a witness, actually walked up and approached, and so they took him on, locked him up. So let's see. Lieutenant Eska Cage Rosario, the president of the Memphis Police Association, wrote letters for each of the 5 officers saying that the union objected to the department's move to fire them before the state had completed its investigation into Mr. Nichols' death. Lieutenant Cage Rosario also said that the department had not provided the union with body camera video or statements from the officers and witnesses before moving to fire them. Oh, so there were witnesses? Adding that those were only a few examples of the gross violations of the officer's right to due process. All right, so trigger warning. Trigger warning. This is the video that shows Demetrius Haley taking cell phone pictures. Okay. So I think it's important to watch because it's very obvious that's what he did. Hold on. Who was that? Babe, who was that? Somebody's bringing us dinner? What dinner?
Your mama?
What's she bringing us?
Some big fat juicy hot wings is what she said.
Are you lying? Why is she bringing us hot wings?
She made some big fat juicy hot wings and can't eat them. She's bringing them to us. I said, okay, I'll take them.
Yeah, because it was a fend for yourself night, which means I ain't cooking shit night.
Which means I'm finna starve to death night.
He had to go get his look. He went to go get his vaccine, the COVID vaccine yesterday. He needs it for work. And they were like, "Oh no, we don't have the main vaccine. What we have is the boosters." But he come home, and when we got done eating, and he had something stuck in his teeth. And before he got his toothpick, he goes, he makes that loud. Do it. Show him what you do. It's like, what is it?
Oh, no.
What is it?
That's it. I don't know that serious, but yeah.
But he's
Anyway.
trying to suck it out. Whatever's in his tooth, he's trying to get it out. And I was like, zombie! Oh no, not yet. Today he actually went and got the vaccine, and I was in the room. I don't know what I was doing. And he come around the corner do the real zombie sound. Do it. I can't do it like him. It sounds like a Walking Dead zombie, y'all. And my heart stopped. My heart. My heart fucking. Oh my God. Hey, Creative Witch. Oh.
Welcome to the shit show.
Welcome to the shit show. God. Okay, so that was a way to lift us out of the heavy of the Tyre Nichols, right? That was, I mean, because we're about to watch this video, and it's trigger warning for sure. I don't believe there's no volume. Okay.
What is that?
Okay, baby. Hold on, we're going to start this over because I had to make it big screen. Trigger warning. I still haven't seen the whole video. I can't watch it. Hold on. My dogs are going to be barking for a second. What a piece of shit. What? You want me to cut my camera off? Yeah, definitely taking pictures. So that leads me to believe that he did send the pictures to 5 fucking people. Right? No, I couldn't watch the whole thing. I seen like the very beginning, and then I've seen this. I haven't watched all the videos. I just can't do it. But he's damn near lifeless right now. I mean, he is lifeless. And you're taking a fucking picture? Make it make fucking sense. Oh, yeah. Those do look good. When he called for his mom, it broke my heart. Yep, mine too. The documents also fault several officers for not providing information to emergency medical workers who arrived after the beating. Mr. Haley, the documents say, did not assist medical workers who asked that he remove handcuffs from Mr. Nichols. And other officers did not disclose details about the beating that could have helped the workers provide better care. They intentionally did this. They are fucking evil. A state board last week suspended the licenses of the first two emergency medical technicians who arrived on the scene, saying that they had not provided medical care to Mr. Nichols for 19 minutes after arriving. The fire chief said that the lieutenant is in charge. No, the fire chief said that the lieutenant in charge of the EMTs had never gotten off the fire truck. I think 19 minutes in, I'd be like, what's going on, guys? What y'all doing? Right? Like, hello? We're in the life-saving business. What are y'all doing? Excuse me. Police officials also said in the documents that a civilian had witnessed at least part of the encounter and had recorded the officers with a cell phone. The witness's opinion of the incident, according to the documents, was that officers had left the injured subject lying on the ground, handcuffed and unattended. Only one officer, Justin Smith, made a substantive comment as part of the police department's termination proceedings. Police officials said Mr. Smith had held Mr. Nichols by one of his arms while his partner pepper sprayed Mr. Nichols and struck him excessively with a baton. I think Justin Smith might have been the white officer. Because remember, he was pepper spraying. He done got his partner and everybody else. In his prepared statement, Mr. Smith said that he had been the first officer to call for medical help and also that Mr. Nichols was violent and would not comply. The videos released by the city do not show Mr. Nichols ever striking the officers. No, they wouldn't, would they? The police had stopped Mr. Nichols, a 29-year-old FedEx worker and photographer, on the evening of January 7th as he drove along a street near his mother's house. The officers reported that he had been driving recklessly, though the police chief has since said the department could not find evidence of that. Mr. Haley and other officers approached Mr. Nichols' car with at least one officer aiming his gun at the car. Mr. Haley, shouting obscenities, pulled Mr. Nichols out of the car while officers yelled conflicting orders and threatened to hurt him. "You guys are really doing a lot right now," Mr. Nichols said as he lay on the pavement. "I'm just trying to go home." I did watch that. That was in the first video, I think. When Mr. Haley tried to pepper spray Mr. Nichols' face, Mr. Nichols got up and ran away as another officer fired his taser at him. A group of officers, and the white dude's the one that fired the taser too, I think. A group of officers caught up with him several minutes later, less than 100 yards from his mother's house, and repeatedly beat him for nearly 3 minutes. Mr. Haley arrived to that second scene after officers had found Mr. Nichols and was not present for much of the assault. Right. Mr. Haley's the one that was taking the pictures. He's also the one that ended up getting pepper sprayed and had to have his eyes cleaned out in the first video. When he arrived, officers were in the process. Officers were in the process of handcuffing Mr. Nichols, who was groaning in pain and had pinned him to the ground on his stomach. Even so, Mr. Haley ran up and delivered a strong kick to Mr. Nichols's head or upper body. So he's also the one. Okay, so Mr. Haley be doing the most, man. So he's the one that was beating his ass with a baton and got pepper sprayed in the first video. He's also the one that come up and kicked him in the head from the street cam video and said he hurt his foot, thinks he broke his foot. And then he is also the one that took pictures and sent to 5 friends. Okay. Ran up and delivered a strong kick to Mr. Nichols's head or upper body. Mr. Nichols was left bloody on the concrete, and he repeatedly fell over after officers propped him up next to a police car. His death sparked protests in several cities after the videos were released, and the Memphis Police Department said it was disbanding the unit that the officers had been assigned to. Known as Scorpion, it was created to target neighborhoods with high crime rates. No, they were the crime. They were the crime. Let's make sure we're 100% correct on that. The department also suspended 2 officers, one of whom had fired the taser at Mr. Nichols as he ran away. Later, as that officer's body camera continued rolling, the officer said, "I hope they stomp his ass." That was the white guy. At the council hearing, the white guy's also the one that, so the white guy's the one that tased him and also the one that held his arm while Mr. Haley beat his ass. I think. At the council hearing, Chief Davis said that the 7 additional officers facing discipline who have not been identified, including several who had not actually been at the scene of the assault. So they're saying they're thinking about charging an additional 7. She said the department struggled from a lack of supervisory staff, saying that it was a bigger problem than training and that the department had been short on higher ranking officers for years. The department currently has about 1 supervisor for every 10 frontline officers, Chief Davis said. While in the police force, Mr. Haley was reprimanded in 2021 for failing to file a report after grabbing someone by the arm while making an arrest. So that's probably where his gang mob mentality started. Just grabbing arms, Routinely makes good decisions. He didn't make good decisions here, my guy. All right, so that's it for that one. That's what I understand too, perfectly imperfect. I think because, Mr. Haley took off in his car when he found out that they had him, right down the road after the white guy rinsed his eyes out from the pepper spray. I think the white guy stayed there. Welcome, welcome, welcome to anybody I'm missing coming in. Hi. No, that's exactly right, the Voodoo Sue. They don't pay enough salary for those supervisory roles, so no one wants them. That's exactly right. No, I agree. I think the white dude should be charged. Maybe not with murder, but he should be charged. Some departments require it, Steph B. I don't know if all departments require it. It should be required. Okay, hold on. Let's pull up this next one. Let's see. Thank you, Grandma Sherry. Hi, Grandma. Let's see. So this is the white dude. One of 3 Memphis police officers who initially detained Tyre Nichols last month has admitted he did not witness the alleged reckless driving that was the justification for pulling over Nichols, but still approached his car while brandishing his gun, according to police documents seeking to bar him from working in law enforcement. Traffic stop quickly escalated into a beating, and Nichols died 3 days later. On body camera showed that from the very beginning of the traffic stop, he and 2 other officers approached Nichols with force that was disproportionate for the alleged offense of reckless driving, according to a statement from the disciplinary hearing that took place before he was fired. Now, I don't know about anywhere else, but if you're being pulled if you're being pulled over here for aggressive or reckless driving, they pull your ass out. Like they walk up, they see that you ain't got a gun or anything, and they will yank you through your window. They don't give a fuck about the seatbelt being on you to choke you as they pull your ass out. It's happened to my husband. He used to race. He used to speed, he used to break a few laws like that. He used to street race. And he was gotten for aggressive driving. And they yanked his ass straight through the window with the seatbelt on and everything. They do not give a fuck here. But he didn't get beat after that. You know what I'm saying? Pull my ass out. Don't kill me. But pull me out if you feel the need to. Fired but not charged for his role, which has sparked widespread outrage and reignited a national discussion of police brutality against Black people. Nah, come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Let's not make it race. You know what? Because if we want to be, I'm going to say it because this is my channel. I might lose some of you. I might not. But where is the outrage? Because if this was a group of white men that beat this Black man, it would not be, it would, everything, towns would be on fucking fire. Why are people not as mad? It's still a group of men. It's still a mob mentality. This group of Black men beat the shit out of Tyre Nichols. It is what it is. Keep the same energy for everybody. Everybody. Keep the same energy all the way around. Oh, did we, Grain? I'm so sorry. I totally even forgot. And I just checked chat. I'm sorry. Y'all know I usually chain smoke on here. I'm back to back to back. I'm trying not to do that. Probably perfectly imperfect. Probably. It's just like, keep the same energy for everybody, man. This man's life was still taken. Whether it was, oh God. We need to keep the same energy. Yeah, I shit myself like, why? Because it's Black on Black. No, keep that same energy. It's still a human being lost his life to a gang of thugs, white or Black. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, it doesn't, Pecan. If it did, there, politically, it would be all over the place. Yeah, just keep the same energy, folks. Okay, 5 other officers who are Black and were caught on video pummeling Nichols with their fists, feet, and a baton. Charged with murder and other offenses. The information about Hemp Hill's actions is contained in supporting documents attached to a Wednesday request from Memphis Police Chief to strip Hemp Hill, who is white, of his police certifications so that he could not work in law enforcement again. I agree. Take everything. The documents. I want these documents, man. Okay, so at first it was the white dude, uh, the black dude Haley that was taking pictures and kicked him in the head, and then Emmett Martin. Fired last month, charged with second-degree murder, along with Tadarius Bean, Desmond Mills Jr., and Justin Smith. It's going to review all cases closed and pending of the 5 officers charged. The new documents state that Nichols was not given the opportunity to step out of the car before being forced out by Haley. Martin then grabbed one of Nichols' wrists and claimed that Nichols tried to grab his gun. That claim was later repeated by Hemphill and Haley, but was contradicted by the video evidence. Yeah, y'all thought y'all was slick, pieces of shit. Once they had Nichols out of his car, they took him down to the ground while yelling profanity at him. Hemphill threatened to use a stun gun on Nichols while placing the gun against Nichols' leg. To me, that didn't seem like anything abnormal. They'll pull a taser out on you quick here. Martin threatened to break one of his arms. Oh, Jesus, Martin. Y'all remember that name, Martin. Haley sprayed Nichols in the eyes with pepper spray while he was on the ground and got himself. Stupid. Nichols, by contrast, was not using profanity or showing any signs of violence, according to the documents. When Nichols managed to get free and started running away, Hemphill deployed his stun gun, even though police policy forbids the use of a stun gun against the subject who is running away. Oh, or as a means of gaining compliance with someone who is not violent. He was also faulted for deploying a stun gun while Nichols was in the middle of the street. You put everyone involved at risk of serious bodily injuries due to the oncoming traffic. We know the rest. In all, 13 officers have either been disciplined or are under investigation for their roles in Nichols' death. 13 officers. Say it with me. 13 officers. That is so gross. Creative witch, I know, babe. I agree, Pecan. Yeah, they were arrested swiftly. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see what else we got. Okay. I hate these little pop-ups. $13 to 1. Exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. If it's not, like Pecan said, if If it's not politically pushed, it's not pushed at all. I'm shorting this cigarette. Mm. Let's see. I'm not going to keep reading every single thing. I'm going to read out what anything that stands out, anything new. Otherwise, you can read it with me. So right here, they're saying no one explained to Tyre why he was being stopped. And the newly released documents showed that from the Memphis residents suggest that that's common, that they'll just pull you over for no fucking reason. Blatantly unprofessional and ask that they be stripped. We know that. As he lay propped against the police car, then sent the photos to other officers and a female acquaintance. He died 3 days later. That would bring the total involved to 13. That's just so crazy. Other residents were coming forward about interactions with Memphis police. A federal lawsuit filed Tuesday accuses the same officers now charged with murdering Nichols with also violating the rights of another man from the same neighborhood as Nichols during a similar fuck it, y'all know, violent arrest 3 days before. So this is the one I was talking about earlier. This guy's suing a lot of these same officers, but we'll get to that because I'm a little confused about it. Montarius Harris is the one suing them. According to the lawsuit, Montarius Harris, 22, was visiting a cousin at an apartment on the evening of January 4th when his car was suddenly swarmed by a large group of assailants wearing black ski masks. We can talk about it now then because it's got this in here. Dressed in black clothing, brandishing guns, other weapons, hurling expletives, and making threats to end his life if he did not exit his car. Now, here's my question, y'all. Tell me if I'm totally off base for questioning this part. But if they're wearing suddenly swarmed by a large group of assailants wearing black ski masks, then how can he individually sue each one of these officers? How does he know that that's who it was? Obviously, I mean, you could put, two and two together, one and one together, and say, okay, well, this is the exact same thing that happened to me that just happened to Tyre. So maybe it was those officers that did it to me, and I guess sue them that way. But I mean, you're wearing black ski masks. Oh, yeah. You could, Grandma Sherry. That's true. Yep, that is true. Okay, so that was just my brain. I was off on a little hiatus, I guess. Harris thought the men were trying to rob him, the lawsuit says, and he tried to back up his car before hitting something. He then reluctantly exited with his hands raised, and he was grabbed, punched, kicked, and assaulted for up to 2 minutes, the complaint states. The beating stopped only after people came out of their apartments to see what was happening. Photos of Harris's face taken after his release on bail, but 9 days later, show thick scabs on his forehead and a healing black eye. The suit accuses officers of fabricating evidence to support charges against Harris, including being a convicted felon in possession of a handgun, criminal trespass, and evading arrest. Also, a woman told WREG-TV that she tried to warn the Memphis Police Department about Haley. Oh, so Haley's like a leader after a February 21st, 2021 encounter. Khadijah Towns said she was returning a movie to a red box machine at a Walgreens when police responded to a false shooting call. Police initially told her she could leave, she said, but then officers stopped her when she put her car in reverse. Haley placed handcuffs on Towns so roughly that she feared her arm was dislocated. So this is the incident that happened in 2021. Remember, we read it on the last one. This is where he started getting aggressive. Her aunt recorded the encounter. Ooh, that'll come out in his trial. Haley's disciplinary file showed that after Towns filed a complaint, he was written up for failing to fill out proper paperwork, not for use of force. Did not have his body camera on when he stopped Nichols, but was on a phone call with somebody who overheard. Audio from a body camera did not capture Nichols using profanity or making violent threats. Instead, he appeared calm and polite in his comments to the officers. Failure to provide aid afterward. So somebody recorded Tyre in distress after they whooped his ass. What y'all think about that? Oh, is he pecan? I think I got a whole nother article on here about Harris. Harris is the one, there's so many names. Harris is the one that the one that they assaulted 3 days before Tyre. So let's see. I got 2 or 3 more links here. Let's see. Yes, this one right here is about the lawsuit. So this is him. It's pretty much the same article. Says after a witness interrupted the alleged attack, Harris was then taken into custody. So basically somebody walked up, said what the fuck's going on? They were like nothing, took him into custody, and then later was checked out at a hospital. When they took him into custody and he arrived in basically the jail, the intake, An on-duty nurse ordered that he be taken to the hospital for emergent medical observation and treatment. Fortunately, unlike Mr. Nichols, Mr. Harris survived his encounter with the Scorpion unit and is alive and able to recount the events. Has since been permanently deactivated. What is this?
And would you please share with us the latest information about the deputies that you have taken and relieved of duty for whatever period of time you find necessary to investigate their activities? Share with us about that, Sheriff.
Yes, Joe. As the nation and your viewers, we were watching the video on the screen, and obviously, I think the station that we were watching, it was two body cams that were being shown. And then when the pole cam was shown, I observed two deputies showing up on the scene after Mr. Nichols was in custody. He was playing against the car. Well, my question was, why were the deputies there? And we asked staff, and we didn't no one know. We couldn't figure it out. So we immediately relieved him of duty, I guess 2 hours after I saw the video for the first time, pending administrative charges right now. And I have spoken with DA Mulroy about this and told him that I did have some concerns about administrative charges.
So tonight was the first time that you've actually seen the video as well?
Yes, it was. Yes.
What were your as a sheriff, as a man who oversees hundreds of law enforcement officers, what went through your mind watching it?
Well, I think just like the entire nation, it was horrific. Couldn't believe what I was seeing. Did not understand why those officers treated Mr. Nichols that way. It's such violence. And, so we were appalled. I watched it with my command staff. And again, as we were watching, we saw two deputies come up. So, we want to get to the bottom of this and find out, even though they did not participate. Let me reiterate, did not participate in this, but still, why were you there?
Right.
What were you doing? What was the reason for you being there? So we're going to be looking into this administratively. Did you get on the radio? Did you put this on your log? We're going to we're going to drill down to the bottom of this.
Sheriff Bonner, let me ask you this, because we were talking about that. This is Joy Redmond, by the way. We were talking about how all of us, and we're going to admit this, Sheriff, don't get us on live TV. We have a lead foot every now and again. We've been pulled over by the cops in our lifetime. So can you just talk to, and all of us were saying we've never had an experience where there was no de-escalation. Just help us out. Nothing has changed from, I don't know how else to say it, the good old days where you were pulled over, you obeyed the sirens, stopped upon, them pulling you over. And I always remember, a slow approach to your vehicle, nothing like what we've seen leading up to. I mean, we're just going back, Sheriff, from that officer that was
I don't understand that either,
what's
Mom.
Standard procedure for that when you approach your vehicle.
Right. Well, I mean, obviously, officer safety is paramount. But there's a way that you go up to a car. You don't start off by what I saw in the video. I mean, I was in a patrol car once upon a time. And to be honest with you, it was like, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. Could I see your driver's license? You know, now sometimes people will, what did you stop me for? And, we kind of get into this, but even as a young patrolman, to de-escalate things like that, you say, look, this is why I stopped you. You may or may not agree, but we're not going to try this case on the side of the road. Let me get your driver's license. Let me find out what's going on, and then tell the driver why you stopped them. So, what I saw, and I think I missed the first part of the first body cam. We were trying to go back, but then all of my focus changed to the pole cam or the sky cop. I saw the two deputies walking up, and again, it was after the fact, but I want to know why you were there at all.
Right.
Now, it's close to our south end, our district too. And, you know, and we work with the Ridgeway precinct. I understand if someone was calling backup, but as far as I know, I didn't hear anything about calling for backup or from the sheriff's office. So
No,
again,
ma'am.
why were you there?
Right.
And we've heard we've been talking about the sheriff. You can hear Tyre. Did you hear him say, "What did I do? What did I do?"
Absolutely. Yes, I did. I mean, I heard the whole thing.
Right.
I can't hardly hear you, man.
We
Oh,
apologize.
this is-
1 second.
This is the protesters. Apparently, they are coming back towards Memphis from the I-55 bridge.
They're coming back into Shelby County,
Right.
Sheriff,
Right.
Okay.
your area of town. And so let's listen in just for a moment, sir, if you would. With us. All right, so there you could hear some of the protesters shouting there. And we are on live now with Sheriff Floyd Bonner, who has spent his
Okay, let me show you. I'm not going to pull Molly. I'm not going to let y'all hear me eating. No, can't breathe. They didn't. Not yet. So this is Montarius Harris, the one that they beat up a few days before they killed Tyre. They were just going around being a bunch of fucking thugs. Where's your clips? Excuse me. So you can clearly see he got his ass beat. All right, let's look. Let's see. Okay. Emmett Martin III. He's the one listed on the police report as being a victim. We're slowly getting bits and pieces of what's written in the police report that is being leaked. So what was you a victim of, fool? The only victim here was Tyre. All right, I'm about to show this now. Y'all remember, I cannot verify that this was the one that was leaked. It seems to match up to what everybody's saying. So I'm going to show it to you anyways. What not? No. I'm just trying to see it bigger. Okay. Case number. Officer McKinney. Yep, he's on the list of assholes, right? Scott. Tyre Nichols, black male suspect. And then you got Martin E., black male victim. Well, what the fuck are you a victim of? Aggravated assault? Are you kidding me? You just murdered Tyre? Okay. Let's read this. Oh, my little thing's sticking out. Those things come out all the time. On 1/7/2023, 20 is what? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 8. 20 is 8. Yeah. So at 8:26, Officer McKinney responded to an aggravated assault at Rains and Ross Road. Detective Martin observed a 2017 blue Nissan Sentra bearing Tennessee tag BJL 2458 driving recklessly at a high rate of speed. Detective Martin observed suspect Tyre Nichols going west on Rains into oncoming traffic on East Rains Road before conducting the traffic stop. Detective, which they're saying they couldn't verify that. So that means your dash cam didn't show that happening. Do they have a dash cam since they're Scorpion unit? Would they have a dash cam? He conducted a traffic stop at Rawson Range using blue lights and sirens. Detective Martin made contact with the driver suspect, Tyre Nichols, commanding him to exit the vehicle. Suspect Tyre Nichols was refusing a lawful detention by a law enforcement officer, and he started to fight with detectives. Detectives noticed that the suspect, Tyre Nichols, was sweating profusely and irate when he exited the vehicle. Oh my God. Lies, lies, lies. Now, this first part was caught on camera on a body cam. But this is, I wish I could, the cussing pastor is the one that posted this, but I wish I could find the other ones. Detectives gave verbal commands to stop resisting, and then the suspect, Tyre Nichols, grabbed for Detective Martin's gun. Detective Haley gave verbal commands and then deployed his chemical agent. The chemical agent had no effect, and suspect Tyre Nichols continued to resist. Excuse me. Suspect Tyre Nichols continued to fight as detectives gave verbal commands again to stop resisting. Detective Hemphill deployed his taser into suspect Tyre Nichols' torso area, but the taser had no effect. Well, what the fuck? Was he on angel dust or something? He wasn't feeling none of this? Bullshit. Cut it. Suspect Tyre Nichols pulled the probes out and began running southbound. I can't really read all that. This is saying they located him at the next place. While attempting to detain suspect Tyre Nichols, he began actively resisting by pulling duty belts and grabbing Officer Smith by his vest. He was given multiple commands to stop resisting, which he ignored. Chemical agent was deployed again, and it was ineffective. Detective Mills deployed his department, issued ASP baton, while giving verbal commands to stop resisting, striking him several times in the right arm, attempting to get the suspect, Tyre Nichols, to comply. After several verbal commands, detectives were able to get suspect Tyre Nichols in custody. Yeah, because you beat him to death. Memphis Fire Department Engine 55 and Unit 28 made the scene and transported the suspect to St. Francis Park in critical condition. Suspect Tyre Nichols' mother made the scene and advised the suspect Tyre Nichols went out with friends, and she believes that they may have spiked his drink. That didn't happen. That's also a lie. So this is just one of the leaked reports that came from these officers. You remember how the police chief said that they lied on their reports. This is one of them. Yeah, the fuck victim. You ain't no victim. And then the last thing I wanted to show y'all was this post on Reddit, at least pertaining to Tyre Nichols. Let's see. It's not this one. Let's do. What? What are you laughing at? Oh, he's watching TV sitting next to me. I thought this was a really, really, really good picture. Y'all look at that. Isn't that a good picture? What do y'all think? Yeah, it is psychotic. That's what I'm saying, Pecan. They wrote these fake ass reports. I want to see the other ones. But that's the only one I've been able to find. Isn't that such a good picture, y'all? Look how precious. That's so sad. There's another picture on here that I thought was good. This one. You can tell he's totally a skater dude, you know. He carries himself like a skater dude. Bless his heart. Supposedly aggressive driving is what they put in the report, but the police chief said that is not true. There's nothing to substantiate that claim. I know, Pecan. Let's see if there's anything. Let's check Twitter. Those were just what I looked up last night. Nope, I don't want the Tyre Nichols video. I want Tyre Nichols. And it keeps trying to bring me back to Tyre Nichols' video. I don't want the video. Oh, I have the same question, Eve. Is there a reason this is not being talked about anymore? Like, what the fuck? Piece of shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What that says? I don't. This is a YouTube video, but it says, let's see. The EMTs were not called for Tyre Nichols. They were, okay, can you finish that out? It says,
What's up, everybody? This is Information Man and the Information Man Show. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, definitely.
Okay, I haven't seen this, but I'm gonna scan it real quick. Let's scan it and see what's up. Let's do. I don't know how fast he talks. Let's do 1, 2, 5.
Tell the truth.
Information is
Empress Goddess, Just Delicious out of Chicago. Peace to you, everybody in the chat room. Again, sound that you female acquaintance. I think another female sending the photo, Haley. We talked about this man right here, Demetrius, and his role, Haley. We talked last night about his role in sending the photographs on his phone that he took of Tyre Nichols, sending it out to 5 people. Once again, a female acquaintance. I think another female who worked for the Memphis Police Department and several other police officers that he sent this out to. Let me know if you can hear me by putting a 7 in the chat room, just to make terms of sound that you can hear me. You're seeing 7s coming into what we call rapid fire stream to talk about particular, and we have to get into it. I'm going to say again, I was listening to what's her name, Michi X tonight, and she made some good points. Who he wants to date, whatever he's into, whether we agree with it or not, it still has no bearing on him being killed by these 5 black men and a 6th individual that we know has been identified. Here they are. Let me just read something to you. Now, I'm going to get to the other individual. Let me just read something to you right now. These 5 that you see up here were the ones that were caught on video, as you already know, putting hands on the young man. Okay. Now, grand jury returned an indictment on Thursday after this whole thing broke out on January 7th. They came back with an indictment on these guys on that Thursday after that against the 5 officers: Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, Emmett Martin III, and Desmond Miller Jr. I got to talk about Desmond Miller Jr. most definitely. There's something
Sorry,
else that
guys. I
want
got to
to
do that every now
talk
and
about.
then.
There's another individual, and I'm going to tell you what he looks like, and I should have had his photograph ready to go, but I'm gonna have it nice and figured out for you. I want to read something to you, ladies and gentlemen, about this individual, disgusting individual that he is. If I can find now, there's Desmond Miller Jr. He's the key individual that I'm going to talk about tonight, related to the topic that you see in the description of this video. Then there's Justin Smith. These guys have all been charged for kidnapping, official misconduct, official oppression, in addition to secondary murder. Prosecutor said this on February the 1st. After this happened in January the 7th and February the 1st, they made this. They came down with an indictment, and a prosecutor said this on February the 1st, 2021, that they are going to be charged with kidnapping officially, misconduct officially, oppression, in addition to a second-degree murder. Now, when you look at the screen, you got in the left side, who is very recognizable to us, is Demetrius Haley. He's the one that we all felt that he's the one. Let me put him back up here again. There we go. He's the one that I talked about last night, who took those photographs and sent it to personal people that he knew, their friends. A lot of people have jumped out the window and said, ha, see, I told you. A lot of people have jumped out the window, and have said, ha, we told you he sent it to his girlfriend or ex. That's all bullshit. Stop saying that. No, none of those people that he sent it to are in relations to Tyre Nichols.
Okay. So let me say right here, this guy is making sure that he crushes the rumor about it being his ex-girlfriend that he sent the picture to. We don't 100% know. It's just another female. We need to think of it like that. We need to think of it as just being a female acquaintance. It's not necessarily an ex-girlfriend and a current ex-girlfriend of Haley and a current girlfriend of Tyre. It could, it's just not. So, with that being said, I like this guy. He's so far giving out accurate information. And that's hard to find here on YouTube.
Nichols. There's no relationship that Tyre Nichols has with any of those people that he sent it to. So we got to squash that. You're not helping the family by putting out things that's in the window that's not facts. Okay? It's not helping the family. Now, let's come back to these guys right now. So Demetrius is the one to the far left. But I want you to focus on look over to the far right of the picture, of the thumbnail picture. And in the middle is the guy he's the officer by the name of Justin Smith. He's the one. Take your eyes and look to the far right and look in the middle far right. That's Justin Smith. He's the one right there. Check this out. This guy, he was fired, of course, but he said he used proper training techniques in handling Tyre Nichols. This is what this man says. Justin Smith was only formerly an officer to make a statement. He's the only former officer to make a statement during the administration hearing that ultimately resulted in Smith, along with 4 other officers, being fired from the department. Smith's statement that he made, he mentioned that he punched, he kicked, and he used baton strikes. Damn. That were all caught on. We got baton strikes, we've got kicks, we got punch.
What do you mean I shit myself? Is it I shit myself or I shite myself? What do you mean? Are you saying he was on Twitter trying to dispute the rumors and they kept shutting them down?
Punches that were all caught on camera on the sky cam. And I'm going to tell you about the sky cam The videos that Nichols received from officers that night. Now, this man, Justin Smith, is claiming that he followed department techniques and policies. That's why I was saying before, this is a culture that's going awry in this police station. It's deeper than just those. It's even deeper than what they did to Nichols that night. What they did that night was deep, but it goes to a deeper surface problem, not surface problem, but a deeper problem overall of this police department, ladies and gentlemen, which is they got a bad culture. I'm telling you, things are coming out the woodworks about these guys. These guys have had run-ins with people. They've harmed people in the community. They have failed. They've been reprimanded for not writing out reports properly, for physical badger upon citizens in this community. So it is a deep problem. And I'm going to say again, Police Chief C.J. Davis, ladies and gentlemen, she's got to go. I think she needs to be fired. She needs to be held accountable. From what I understand, they just held a community meeting, and already everybody is trying to play hot potato and act like they had nothing to do with it. It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. And things of that nature. So this whole thing is crazy. What they did to this young man right here, they had no business doing what they did to him. Now, let me get to something right here. This is another area that I want to touch on, folks. We've been told that the EMT, they were fired, right? They were fired because when they got there, they did absolutely nothing for Tyre Nichols to comfort him, to maybe they could have done something that could have saved him from dying as he laid there in this manner right here. I hate to show this, but look at him laying there right now. They did absolutely nothing, ladies and gentlemen, that was necessary to help this man. They stood there for 19 to 20 minutes, which is why they got fired from the highest level of their command, their supervision. They lost their license. They cannot practice. They cannot be EMTs at all. They're finished, shaboom, shebang. But then you say, were they called there? And this is the initial thing I want everybody to understand. Were they officially called there that night to give
I don't know about the space thing on Twitter. I'm kind of new to Twitter.
Tyre Nichols the care that he so ultimately deserved? So we've been put under the impression, ladies and gentlemen, that the EMT were called there, ladies and gentlemen, to help this young man, but they only were standing there. I'm going to tell you why it's not true. The officers were more concerned with their conditions and their problems. Let me let you see this video right here. I played this video on my other content, but this video, I want you to look at everything that takes place, and I'm going to give you a reason why the EMT were never.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. I mean, there are some thuggish acting police. Yeah, Memphis is rough, man. She is their leader, and she does need to go. Absolutely. But he's the first time I've heard somebody speak about her needing to go. That's what we were discussing at the beginning of this video, Mel. He's saying the officer sent the photo that he took of Tyre to 6 people. At first it was 5, and then they added 1. And 2 of them were females. One was a female inside of the department, and one was just a female acquaintance of Tyre and the one who was sending the pictures, Haley. So, yeah, no, that's what this guy's doing. He just crushed that rumor. Like, take it out of your mind. I like that.
Sent there allegedly to really help Tyre Nichols. They were sent there, ladies and gentlemen,
Tell the truth.
to help someone else or someone's else. Here it is right now. Look at the video, analyze it, check this out. This is what happened to the officers that night. And the man who was they were shooting pepper spray at him. They tased him, they punched him, they used their battering sticks because they couldn't even use it wasn't Tyre who did this. It was the officers using pepper spray, and they don't even know how to use it properly, to the point that they sprayed themselves.
That's
and then
right.
You wonder, why did the EMT just stand there? Who did they really get called out for? Was it Tyre Nichols that they came out there for? Who was it there for? Were they there for this young man right here? Who were they really there for, ladies and gentlemen? Or were they there for someone else? Let's look at the ridiculous situation that happened that night right now, ladies and gentlemen. Here you go.
What's up?
Trigger warning. I don't know what they show in this clip. Trigger warning.
Yes. Hang on. Ready? All right, just straight. One cross. All right, your car's right in front of you. This is my car. Grab my water. All right, hang on.
So what's going on here, ladies and gentlemen, is that night when Tyre took off running because he feared for his life, it was a natural thing for him to do. You heard the officer, Brandon Williams, on TikTok, who came out and said he worked with those officers. He said that people are saying that if he had not ran, that he would be alive. And Brandon Williams, who was a police officer in Memphis PD, in their police department, said that it's not necessarily true that Tyre Nichols would still be alive had he not ran, because prior to him running, they were already badgering him, already impacting him. And then, of course, this man right here, Preston, okay, Preston, we're not going to let him get away with this right now. Preston right here is the white officer who they failed to let you know and add him to that 5 of those black men. And they tried to hide his name, keep him out of this. But this man said, I hope they stump him. This man was the one that employed.
Hello. Who wears glasses like that nowadays? What the fuck? Look at this nerd. You're good, Mel. You're good. Same sticky. Mm-hmm. These are Jeffrey Dahmer glasses, right? Dahmer glasses. Right? Jeffrey Dahmer glasses? What the fuck? With his little can't grow a mustache. What the fuck? What the fuck? Fucking loser. Look at you.
The taser. This man was the one that was out there that night trying to help those officers get the tear gas or the taser gas, should I say, the taser gas, not taser gas, but the pepper spray. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I made a boo-boo there. Pepper spray. He was the one that was out there trying to help these bumbling officers get the pepper spray out of their eye because they didn't even know how to operate their pepper.
Who are you? Oh my God. What the fuck?
Pepper spray. They damn near, or they did pepper themselves. But he was the one saying, stump him. This is why he has to be charged. He's been fired, but he has to be charged. And there's 7 officers so far. I'm hearing, ladies and gentlemen, that altogether, that there were actually 12 or more officers out there. We need to hear more indictments. We need to hear about his indictment and not him just slipping away out of just being fired. This is a situation. Now, I just wanted to add some context to the video that I'm going to get you back to right now. So remember, he was the one that was giving them water. And you got to ask yourself, ladies and gentlemen, why is it that these officers didn't even know how to use their pepper properly to the point that they peppered themselves? And then you have to ask yourself again, why? Again, why was the EMT really called out there on the scene? Was it really for brother, as I'm going to say again, was it really for brother Nichols? Or was it really for the officers themselves because they were so bumbling that night? Let's move that back and let it play itself through.
What's up? Yes. Hang on.
So you see right there the officer to your left sticking his head out, one of these 5 individuals. Look at him. He's closing his eyes because he's got pepper in his eyes. He feels irritated.
Fucking idiot.
Ready?
This was after
Straight.
Tyre took off.
One of the problems. All right, your car's right in front of you.
Car and grab my water.
Where's
That's
your water?
Preston. You see, they're coughing. They're coughing. You got the officer squatting down a little bit. They were bumbling that night. They couldn't even operate their equipment properly. So you have to ask yourself again, who did the EMT get called out for? Nichols or the officers? And then you can come to it. Then you can understand why they stood there bumbling and gave this man no proper care.
Okay, so if you want to, here, I'm going to drop the link. If you want to check him out and finish that video, here's his, I don't want to take, because he ain't got a whole lot of views, so I don't want to take any views from him. Sounds like Dave Chappelle, he does, don't he? He looks like someone you would want to smack pretty. Birth control glasses. That would make sense. Okay, let's see. Do you guys have anything else? Is there anything going around on the YouTube streets y'all want to talk about? If so, I will shut down this live and immediately start another one within the next 2 minutes. And it'll be an off the cuff live where we just talk about whatever. My friend, she's in here snoring. Killed it. Damn! Killed it. Damn. He was good. Well, that was sad. Mr. Tinsley on the Murdaugh trial. Okay, so that was a good ending to our Tyre Nichols video, and we're right at 2 hours, so I think that's good. And what we'll do is let's see. What we will do is I will shut this live down, and as long as nobody else is live right now or planning a live, I'll jump right back on and we'll talk about what the fuck ever we want to talk about. Okay. I'm not a skater chick. I mean, I used to play like the video games, like the Tony Hawk video games. And I do own a few pair of Vans. All right, guys. Yeah, we'll find something to bitch about. That's exactly what will happen. Creative Witch, we will find something. All right. Let's go see what's going on. Let me shut this one down and keep an eye out. I'll be coming right back. Thank y'all for being here for the Tyre Nichols live. I mean, he just needs so much more attention. So much more attention. Maybe we could go over Murdaugh like clips, because there are some people that do clips of these trial cases. That way you don't have to sit through all the boring shit. But all right, so catch you in a minute, guys. Bye.